story of Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome, has been the subject of ongoing debate by historians. In particular is the myth of the two brothers being left on a riverbed when they were babies and saved by a wolf who nursed them through childhood. They had been raised by wolves, and the famous sculpture of the brothers suckling under the wolf was an icon for ancient Rome as a reminder of their founders' humble and fabled beginnings. Tales of human babies being adopted by wolves exist all over the world. Often such cases are discarded as being impossible and considered to be tall-tale elaborations or flat-out hoaxes. With little scientifically acknowledged evidence of humans being raised by wolves, the idea that a person could live copacetically with any wolf is dismissed even before proper analysis of the subject is explored. Therefore, the matter has been shoved under the cryptozoological rug, and will likely remain there for the foreseeable future. There are more than a few things to break down in this topic. We will begin by understanding wolves specifically, as well as their relationship with humans, which goes back tens of thousands of years, if not far longer. Wolves are very compassionate creatures. They care for others in their pack and have dynamic and complex communities. When one wolf gets sick or injured, they tend to it. When a wolf dies, they mourn the loss. Wolves spend a great deal of time teaching and training their young, passing knowledge from generation to generation. Wolves get lonely. In fact, wolves alone without a pack are generally very depressed and seek out new packs for companionship. They are social creatures, but they are also extremely intelligent. Awareness of their environment is why ecosystems with wolves tend to thrive. They pay attention to large mammal populations and ensure that overgrazing doesn't occur. They don't hunt excessively because that would damage the ecosystem as a whole. Their kills also benefit scavenger animals. In 1995, wolves were reintroduced into Yellowstone, a place they were driven out of since the 1920s. Almost immediately, the ecosystem saw improvements all across the board. Moving on to wolf and human relationships, we can see that there have been very few cases of wolf attacks, and most of the cases that do exist were provoked by humans in the first place. Wolves used to be much friendlier to humans. In North America alone, wolves remained unafraid and unsuspicious of humans until the introduction of hunting guns in the 1800s. Before wolves learned to fear humans, they actually would follow hunters and feed on their kills. Another example of wolves understanding the importance of not overhunting, as well as a mutual relationship with humans. However, as humans hunt and kill wolves, more and more they become shy and retreat from human communities, or otherwise attack humans who antagonize them further. The notion that wolves are savage and brutal killers is an idea largely promoted by Christians in the Dark and Medieval Ages. Before that, pagan and native peoples revered wolves as guardian spirits of the forests, or other similar standards of respect. Christians, who regarded the woods as a place of demonic forces, of course preached that wolves were evil and must be killed. That ideology is relevant as we can observe this systemic hate, fear, and bias towards wolves throughout the last 1,000 to 2,000 years. This explains the decline of human and wolf relationships today. If we go back further in history, to prehistory times, humans formed bonds with wolves and even co-evolved with each other. A single domestication event of dogs is being refuted as we understand the canid species better. Even in modern days, some domesticated dog breeds are indistinguishable from wolves. This indicates that tens of thousands of years ago, dog and wolf crossbreeding was common to the point that a distinction can hardly be made. This suggests that humans didn't have a single domestication breed, but multiple human-wolf relationships forming across the globe. The two species could benefit greatly from each other. Knowing the intelligence and social behavior of wolves, and even dogs, is important in grasping what our ancient relationships with wolves was like. If we can understand how wolves enjoy and even need social interaction for mental health, it is easy to believe why a wolf can empathize with an abandoned human baby, especially if that wolf is alone, such as in the case with Romulus and Remus. We are unlikely to see many new cases of humans being raised by wolves, as human invasion into habitats and the incessant hunting drive off animals and teach them to fear and hate humans. One of the most documented recent cases comes from a reverend in India who discovered two girls living in a wolf den in the 1920s. He noted how motherly and caring the mother wolf was of the two children when they found them. Some men with him at the time shot and killed the wolf. The girls, Kamala and Amala, are categorized as feral children, basically any human raised deprived of other humans, either by animal nurture or locked and neglected in cages or basements by humans. This is quite degrading, calling them basically animals and testing these discovered children in the same way, which is to say, unethically. Wolves are not the only documented animal to raise human children. Cases exist with goats, cattle, ostriches, bears, sheep, and many more different animals. Seeing a squirrel running at first sight of you walking, or birds flying away, or rabbits hopping away, or deer bolting, they didn't used to be so wary of humans. In fact, in parts of the world where humans either don't live in or haven't hunted at, the animals are friendly and approachable. It is something animals have learned. Knowing animal behavior is paramount in solving the debate of humans being raised by wolves.